our Dungeon Master tip for the podcast, a world of books.
Hey.
In a world of fantasy, books are one of the primary ways information is stored and passed on. In D&D, books represent doorways into politics, creatures, lands, and even fanciful entertainment of the world. They can even entice the imagination and delight the senses. Ooh. We can and should be doing more than just dungeon dressing. So, when your characters stumble into a library, a dusty study, or a bookshelf of a villainous noble's chamber and find a volume, they are likely to just not care or overlook it. Simply providing a name to the book can toss the player and the player character into a quick world of imagination.
Actually, you remember that one text message I sent you guys the other week from Discworld?
Yes.
Which was a list of names of magic books.
Yep. So that's it. So that's a good source. So you could even probably link that or drop that on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
So this is a great way to share bits and pieces of the world around them without needing great detail. A simple title is really all it takes, as Ian just pointed out. Just the act of giving it a title to a book will spur the character to spend a few moments skimming through it and gain an understanding of its content. Let's give you an example. A book titled Chult Cuisine. What do you think is in it?
Fish.
Dinosaur meat.
Food.
Something. It makes it pretty obvious, right? It instantly starts spurring the imagination. I like the dinosaur meat one. But basically, meals from Chult. A character who spends a few minutes browsing might learn of a delicacy known as Chol claws. A character who is interested in this might go then ask about them when they're in that direction or whatever. Who knows? While these aren't going to hook every player, the characters and players who love the lore and exploration pillars will gobble them up. And if you choose to pick them up, maybe they can seek out a particular buyer that can earn them a little bit of extra gold for taking interest in the book, or if they're interested, somebody that might be interested in the cuisine in this example. A merchant character may be able to price the book at 3 gold pieces at most shops, but if they find a chef looking to purchase that particular book, they may be able to get more than triple it. In either case, consider giving your books and your dungeon dressing names, and that can be used to flesh out characters and locations and events and knowledge of the world. What do you guys think about this?
I did this in my homebrew campaign.
You did?
Yes.
You should have told me. I would have let you read that.
It's funny.
Let's hear about it.
The warlock was really big into going to libraries and reading stuff. So every once in a while, I'll be like, okay, what are you trying to look for? It's like, I want to learn more about the cathedral across the street. It's like, okay. So I'll tell them a bunch of little histories here and there. But while they were in a dungeon, specifically like the 3rd or 2nd floor of the dungeon underneath the yawning portal. So, all right, you found a book called How to Be a Better Adventurer.
Yeah.
It was a self-help book.
That's awesome.
For the record, I just bought that document.
Oh, nice.
And the way I ended up using this book was anytime he told me that he was going to spend some time reading it, I would give him a hint as to how not to fail on a specific role it's going to be coming up that he doesn't know about.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, I ran them through the haunt. First thing they did when they found that the cloaker, he ran up and just grabbed it.
Because he knew what to do.
No, he walked up to the cloak and grabbed it. This was before they got the book.
Oh, okay.
He didn't know it was a cloaker. And it's like, well, that's why he almost died. So it's little tidbits like that. And it was like, oh, if you see a chest, it might not be a chest. Or type of thing.
Could be dangerous. Yeah. Maybe a book on like mimics and stuff is what you're getting at. And that's why I think stuff like this is really cool. And once again, it can feed into ways to expand your lore without lore dumping on your players. You know what I mean? And that
a mimic. That's how one of my players lost 10,000 gold. They found a baby mimic. And it was hopping around, jumping around. Like, oh, he reaches into his little gold pouch, pulls out a coin, says, here you go, buddy. I did a perception check for the mimic, and it noticed it pulled a coin from that pouch. It jumped up, snagged his pouch, and went into a hole.
Oh, no, and he couldn't get it back?
I gave him a chance to do a deck save to jump for him, and he failed.
Oh, jeez.
like, I'm sorry, but honestly, you got too much gold right now. I'm taking it away. I didn't say it to him, but
That's what's going through your mind, though.
he
That's
can
funny.
make up fast enough.
All right, I think that'll do it for our Dungeon Master tip.
World of Books.
World of Books, and our encounter was a book for that very reason. That wasn't a coincidence. That's why I said it was so short because I wanted to hear what ideas you guys had.